Hi everyone. Last week we learned about friendship and the ways that friendships can be healthy and unhealthy and good things that you can do with your friends and all those other things that we learned about with Frog and Toad. This week I thought we would look at somebody that could be considered a role model in history. One of my favorite people to learn about, Jackie Robinson. We learned about him during Black History Month, and I thought we would use his book today to learn about how you should respect everybody, whether they have differences, and you should respect diversity, which means when people do not look the same as you. So Jackie Robinson, in this book, we're going to learn that he was treated unfairly just because of the color of his skin, and we know that that's very wrong. So Jackie fought back by becoming the best athlete he could be, not fighting like with your fist. He fought with his talent, right? When he went up to hit the bat. He went on to become the first African American in Major League Baseball, playing with grace and courage. People would yell out bad names at him when he was playing from the stands, and he never would say anything back, and he would just go out and keep showing that he was the best baseball player. Because of his strength, sense of responsibility, and his courage, Jackie Robinson helped to make the world a better place for everyone. That's why he's a role model for us, somebody that we can look up to, somebody that shows us what it is to respect everybody. And we're going to start the book now. My paper's down. All right, so my book is called Young Jackie Robinson, The Pillar of Responsibility by Edward Farrell. Illustrated by Dennis Stewart. Jackie was born in 1919. His parents were very poor. They already had 4 children to feed, which means there was 5 kids in the family total. Jackie was just a baby when his mother took her children to California. She wanted a better life for them. There wasn't much money to go around, but there was a lot of love. So you can come from a good family and not have a lot of money. It doesn't mean that just because your family doesn't have money doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of love. So I like that. As Jackie grew up, he discovered there was a lot of conflict between blacks and whites. What does conflict mean? Think about that for a minute. If you thought about it, and a conflict is when you have a disagreement, basically, and so there was a lot of disagreements between blacks and whites going on. There was even a law that said blacks could not swim in the same town pool with white children. No colors allowed, a lot of the signs would say. So at the public swimming pool, he had to wait because he wasn't allowed in at that time. Jackie was angry at being treated unfairly, but he knew that fighting with his fists would only make things worse. Instead, Jackie fought back by being the best athlete and swinging that bat. In high school, Jackie was a star athlete. No one played as hard as he did. He was good at basketball. When Jackie went to college, he was one of the best athletes in the country. In fact, he was good at baseball, basketball, football, track, which means you run really fast. He played all 4 of those sports and was a star. You don't see that a lot. Usually people are only good at one sport. In 1941, America entered a war, World War II. Jackie even joined the army, but he hurt his ankle and he couldn't fight anymore. Instead, he was training the troops. After the war ended, Jackie joined the Kansas City Monarchs. They were an American Baseball League team. The Monarchs played great baseball, but the league players were not played well just because they were black. They were an all-black league. They traveled in colored-only sections of buses and trains. They had to stay in rundown hotels and could eat only in certain restaurants. So I want you to think about How do you think that made Jackie Robinson feel that he couldn't go in certain buses, certain trains? He had to stay in hotels that weren't nice and run down, and he could only eat at certain restaurants. So if the door on the restaurant said colored only, he could go in. If it said white only, he couldn't go in. How do you think that made him feel? In 1945, Jackie met a man named Branch Rickey. Rickey was the president of a Major League Baseball team called the Brooklyn Dodgers. Rickey wanted to open up the major leagues to black players because remember, there were no black players on major league teams at that time. They were only on minor leagues. But he knew that the first black player would have to be strong enough because people were going to call him names, tease him, basically bully him. It's horrible, isn't it? So he knew that the person that he picked had to be strong, but not strong like with muscles, strong with his brain and his courage, not to fight back with people. Jackie Robinson was the man that Rickey was looking for. He asked Jackie to join the Montreal Royals at first. They were a minor league team owned by the Dodgers. Jackie said yes. Jackie played hard for the Royals. He helped them win a championship, but not all people liked him. You think they didn't like him because of the color of his skin? It's not right, is it? In 1947, Jackie joined the Brooklyn Dodgers. He was in the major leagues. He made it. How do you think he felt? He probably felt so happy that he overcame all those obstacles. But things did not get any easier for Jackie. Two Dodgers asked to be traded to a different team. They did not want to play with a black man. How do you think that made Jackie feel? Two of his teammates transferred just because Jackie was black and not the same color skin as they were. Probably made Jackie really hurt and sad. Other players tried to hurt Jackie during the games, and the fans often shouted terrible things at him, names. Excuse me. Jackie fought back the way he always had. He just kept playing the best baseball that he could. In his first year, Jackie stole more bases than any other player. The Dodgers won the National League Championship, and Jackie was named Rookie of the Year. What does rookie mean? Rookie means it's your first year. In 1949, Jackie was voted the most valuable player. Sometimes we call that MVP. It was a great honor. Jackie played with the Dodgers for 10 years. He helped them win 6 National League titles and 1 World Series. He was that good. In 1957, Jackie left baseball. In 1962, he became the first black man elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. As he got older, Jackie became very sick, but he still worked hard to help black people. In 1972, Jackie Robinson died, but he will always be remembered as the man whose courage and talent changed baseball and America forever. So, throughout the story, you heard people calling him names. They said even his teammates tried to hurt him, maybe like throwing a ball at him. Like the other, probably not sometimes his team, but the opposing team, the team he was versing, like the pitcher maybe tried to throw a ball at him. People shouted mean things at him, and he never gave up, ever. He never yelled at the fans that were saying mean things to him. He never went on camera and had an attitude or said bad words back. He just kept showing how strong and courageous and what a great man he was. And it didn't matter that he wasn't the same color as everyone else on the team. And now, Major League Baseball, there's all different cultures and all different types of people and diversity in the sport. And it all started with him. He could have been afraid to start to be the first person to go on that team because he knew he was going to be teased, bullied, not treated right, and judged just because of the color of his skin. So he is, to me, a hero because he was always brave and courageous and stood up for what was right. So I want you to think about that. And then you're going to complete today's assignment. Hope you enjoyed the book.